How's it going, everybody? Thanks for tuning in. This is going to be a three-part series on getting started with FreeCAD Part Design Workbench. In this first video, we're just going to go over the basics of FreeCAD, what it is. We'll jump to the FreeCAD website, and I'll show you a couple of very useful tools. We'll look at some of the user preferences that I like to use, and then we'll jump into the program and look at the interface and how you can customize it. All right, so let's get started. First thing I want to do is take you guys to the FreeCAD website. That's www.freecadweb.org. This is where you're going to download the FreeCAD software. It's a very easy and straightforward installation. So I'm not actually going to go over how to install the program. But you might be asking yourself, what is a parametric modeler? Basically, a parametric modeler is just modeling software that allows you to add dimensions to your model as you're developing it. This is a powerful tool because it allows you to go back in later and change those dimensions to change your model. Your model will automatically be updated with the new dimensions, and you won't have to spend time redesigning anything. Another couple really useful tools here on the website. We have this documentation tab, and this documentation, if we click it, it's going to take us to the FreeCAD wiki, which is full of great information, how to use features, how to navigate through some of the different workbenches, and how to apply some of the functions, the modeling functions. And then the other thing I wanted to show you here is the forum. The forum is a great place to get some questions answered if you can't find the answer on the wiki. There's a lot of people there that have a lot of experience with 3D modeling in an industry and just as a hobby. So there's threads there on, tutorials and stuff like that. Very, very powerful tool to use while you're learning. And also FreeCAD is open source. So if you'd like a function that maybe isn't here and you know how to code, you can add that yourself. And there is definitely parts of the forum that are dedicated to developing the software. Okay, now let's jump into the program, and I'll go over some of the user preferences that I like. I've already started the program here, and if you've downloaded it and opened it, you'll immediately notice that our interfaces do not look the same. So let's go to Edit up here, Preferences, and I'll show you what you can do to change this. In the General tab, you'll see right here, Style Sheet. I have mine set to dark orange. Yours is probably set on no style sheet and looks like that. So if you like that, you can keep it. You can take some time and look at these different options. My favorite is the dark orange, and it also helps my mouse stand out a little bit. So I'll be using that throughout this tutorial series. Another thing that I'm going to keep is 48-point large icons, but if you would like smaller icons, you can see that changes the size here. So we'll leave mine at 48. Another cool thing I want to show you here is under the Documents tab. You'll see right here I have this checked. I think by default yours is unchecked. It says Save Thumbnail into Project File when saving document. So when you save your model, what that's going to do is save a little thumbnail, and when you open up the program here on these recent files, you'll see the thumbnail of your model. It makes it really easy just to pick back up on the model that you were working on. Another thing I think is default for you guys is right here. I think this will be checked. You want to uncheck this. This is going to add a program logo to the thumbnail. And basically that puts a big giant FreeCAD logo right here and kind of blocks out the model. So I like that to stay unchecked so I can see the model, just a full picture of the model. And then the last thing I think here is really important to show you guys is the unit system. I like to work in millimeters, but if you want to work in something else, you can choose. And once you set this, this will be the default unit system that your program will start in when you start the program. The next thing I'm going to show you is how to navigate the different workbenches in FreeCAD. But before I do that, do me a favor, if you've liked this video, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. And if you want to know when I drop more tutorials to the channel, hit that little notification bell so that you can get notified. So to design a part in FreeCAD, we need to get to the part design workbench. So the first thing I'll do is create a new file here. And when you do that, you'll notice that all you can basically do is change the view of your main screen here. To get to the part design workbench, you'll see this drop down menu. Let's click that. And these are all the different workbenches that are supported by FreeCAD. They've got some really cool stuff on here. This is a shipbuilding a workbench. They have a pathing workbench for CNC, but the one we're going to be interested in for this design tutorial is part design. So I'm going to go ahead and click that, and then you can see all of these different tools pop up that will help us design our part. And the last thing I want to show you here is how to customize this interface. So you can see if I hover over these little areas in between the parts, I can actually drag them out and I can place them wherever I want. I can put them on the side here. I can put them on the side there. I can take them basically wherever I want to put these, I can. So have fun with that. Figure out how you like your orientation of your tools, but I'm just going to leave it as default for this tutorial. But I hope you guys liked this, and you'll be watching the next video on how to use the sketcher and some of the best practices that we use while we're sketching to create stable models. See you in the next video, guys.